You lie down, and your brain turns on. The emails you forgot to answer, the conversation that didn't go well, the thing you said wrong, the thing you should have done differently. Your body is exhausted, but your mind won't stop. You check the time, 11 p.m. You close your eyes. You check again, 1 a.m. And when the alarm goes off, it feels like you barely slept at all. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. This isn't insomnia. This isn't anxiety. This is cortisol. Your body is still in stress mode when it should be in recovery mode. And in Japan, they figured out how to fix this centuries ago. Not with medication, not with supplements, with a routine. Today, I'm going to show you the Japanese night routine that drops cortisol and fixes sleep. Not through complicated rituals, but through simple practices that tell your nervous system it's safe to rest. Because when your body knows it's safe, sleep comes naturally. So let's talk about what that actually looks like. First, understand why you can't sleep. Before we talk about the routine, you need to understand why this is happening. Because most people treat the symptom. They buy melatonin, they try white noise, they download sleep apps, but they never address the cause. The cause is cortisol. Cortisol is your stress hormone. In the morning, it should be high. It wakes you up, gets you going, prepares you for the day. But in the evening, it should drop significantly, so your body can shift into recovery mode. And for most people, it doesn't drop. Why? Because your evenings are filled with stimulation, bright screens, stressful news, work emails at 9 p.m., arguments, loud music, overstimulating content. Every one of these sends a signal to your nervous system. Stay alert, stay ready. It's not safe to rest yet, and your body listens. So you lie down exhausted, but your cortisol is still high, and sleep doesn't come. In Japan, evenings are designed to do the opposite, to systematically drop cortisol, to signal safety, to prepare the body and mind for deep, restorative sleep. And here's how they do it. In Japan, dinner happens early, around 6 or 7 p.m., and after that, nothing. Why? Because digestion is work. When you eat late, your body is still processing food while you're trying to sleep. Your core temperature stays elevated, your metabolism stays active, your organs are working overtime, and all of that keeps cortisol elevated. But when you stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed, your body has time to finish digestion. Your temperature starts to drop, your metabolism slows. And that drop in temperature is a signal, a powerful one. It tells your brain, time to sleep. Think about it. Have you ever eaten a huge meal late at night and then slept terribly? That's why. Your body was too busy working to rest. So try this. Move dinner earlier, just 30 minutes earlier than usual, and notice what happens to your sleep. Second practice, a hot bath or shower. In Japan, this is non-negotiable. The ofuro, the ritual evening bath. Hot water, every single night. But here's the science, and it's counterintuitive. A hot bath doesn't make you sleep because it relaxes you. Well, it does, but that's not the main reason. It makes you sleep because of what happens after. When you get into hot water, your core body temperature rises, and then when you get out, it drops rapidly. And that rapid temperature drop, that's the signal your brain has been waiting for. It triggers melatonin release. It activates your sleep drive. It tells your body, time to shut down. Researchers recommend getting out of the bath 60 to 90 minutes before bed. That's when the temperature drop peaks, and that's when sleep comes easiest. In Japan, this isn't a luxury, it's part of the rhythm, as natural as brushing your teeth. So tonight, try this. Hot shower or bath, 60 to 90 minutes before you want to sleep, and notice how naturally sleep comes. Third practice, dim the lights. In Japan, evenings are soft. Warm lighting, candles, shoji screens filtering light gently. Not bright overhead lights blasting at full power until midnight. Why does this matter? Because your brain uses light to decide what time it is. Bright blue light says morning. Warm dim light says evening. And when your lights are bright all evening, your brain thinks it's still daytime. So it keeps producing cortisol, and it delays melatonin. Most people go from bright screens to bed and wonder why they can't fall asleep. It's because their brain genuinely doesn't know it's nighttime. But when you dim the lights 2 hours before bed, something shifts. Melatonin starts rising. Cortisol starts dropping. Your body enters the transition to sleep mode. This is free. This takes zero effort. And it works. So tonight, 2 hours before bed, dim every light in your home. Switch off the overhead lights. Use lamps. Lower the brightness on your screens and watch what happens. Fourth practice, a digital sunset. No screens 60 minutes before bed. In Japan, evenings are analog. Reading, conversation, quiet reflection. Now, you might be thinking, I can't do that. I need to wind down with Netflix. Here's the truth. Netflix is not winding down. Netflix is stimulation. Every episode ends with a cliffhanger. Every notification demands your attention. Every scroll shows something designed to keep you engaged. Your nervous system doesn't know it's entertainment. It processes it as real information, real emotion, real stress, and cortisol stays high. But when you put down the screens 60 minutes before bed, your brain gets time to decompress, to process the day, to transition naturally towards sleep. You don't have to do nothing. Read a physical book, journal, stretch, listen to calm music, just nothing with a screen. And here's what happens. Within a few nights, you'll start feeling naturally sleepy at the same time. Your circadian rhythm resets. Your melatonin rises at the right time, because your brain finally got the signal it needed. Wait, we already covered the bath, right? But in Japan, the bath is more than just temperature regulation. It's a ritual. The water is prepared. The temperature is precise. The room is quiet. No phone, no music, no distractions. You step in, and you just be. You breathe deeply. You let the heat work. You let your thoughts slow down. 10 to 20 minutes. And here's what this does that the shower doesn't fully replicate. It forces stillness. In a world of constant stimulation, the bath is the one place where nothing is asked of you. No productivity, no performance, no input, just water, and breath, and quiet. And that stillness is what actually drops cortisol, not just the temperature, the experience. So if you can, take a real bath, not a quick shower, a slow, intentional soak, and treat it like a ritual, not a task. Sixth practice, a short evening walk. In Japan, this is called yoru no sanpo, the night walk. Not exercise, just a gentle stroll, 10 to 20 minutes, after dinner. Why? Because walking after dinner does two things. First, it helps digest your meal. It moves food through your system, prevents that heavy bloated feeling that keeps you awake. Second, it naturally lowers cortisol. The combination of gentle movement, cool air, and nature signals your nervous system to relax. Studies show that even a 10-minute walk outside in the evening significantly reduces cortisol levels. And in Japan, this is cultural. Families walking together after dinner, not rushing, not exercising, just moving gently through the neighborhood. This isn't about fitness, it's about transition, moving from the busyness of the day into the quiet of the night. So tonight, after dinner, go for a short walk. Leave your phone at home, or at least in your pocket. Just walk and breathe, and let the day dissolve. Seventh practice, reading before bed. In Japan, reading is deeply embedded in the culture. Japan has one of the highest literacy rates in the world. Bookstores are everywhere. Reading on the train is the norm. And before bed, many Japanese people read. Not on a phone or tablet, a physical book. Why? Because reading does something specific. It transfers your mental focus from your own thoughts to someone else's world. Your mind stops replaying the day. It stops worrying about tomorrow. It enters the story. And that shift is deeply relaxing. Studies show that reading for just 6 minutes reduces stress by 68%. More than listening to music, more than walking, more than drinking tea. Your heart rate slows, your muscles relax, your cortisol drops. But it has to be a physical book, not your phone, not a tablet, because screens bring light, and light fights melatonin. So tonight, pick up a physical book, 15 to 20 minutes, before bed, And notice how different you feel when you finally close your eyes. Eighth practice. And this one might be the most powerful. Gratitude. In Japan, there's a concept called kansha, deep appreciation. Thankfulness, not just for the big things, but for the small ones. The meal that was warm, the train that came on time, the sunlight through the window. And before bed, many Japanese people take a moment, just a few minutes, to reflect on what went well, not what went wrong, not what they need to fix, what they're grateful for. Why does this matter for sleep? Because gratitude activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, the opposite of fight or flight. When you focus on what's good, your body releases oxytocin and serotonin, both of which reduce cortisol, both of which promote sleep. And here's the key. This isn't forced positivity. It's not about pretending everything is fine. It's about deliberately shifting your attention from the problems of the day to the gifts of the day, because both exist, always. And which one you focus on before sleep determines the state of your nervous system as you drift off. So tonight, before you close your eyes, think of 3 things, just 3, that went well today. Small things count, they count most. And notice how different it feels to fall asleep with gratitude instead of worry. So here's why this routine works. Every step does one thing. It drops cortisol. Stopping eating early drops digestive cortisol. The hot bath drops thermal cortisol. Dimming lights drops visual cortisol. The digital sunset drops stimulation cortisol. The evening walk drops physical cortisol. Reading drops mental cortisol. Gratitude drops emotional cortisol. You're not forcing sleep, you're removing what's blocking it. Because sleep isn't something you do, it's something you allow. And when cortisol drops, sleep comes naturally, every single time. So here's the truth. You don't have bad sleep because something is wrong with you. You have bad sleep because your evenings are designed to keep you awake. Bright lights, stimulating screens, late meals, no transition, no stillness. Your body doesn't know it's time to rest. But when you give it the signals it needs, everything changes. Hot bath, dim the lights, put down the screens, take a short walk, read a physical book, practice gratitude. You don't need all 7 at once. Pick one. Start tonight. Let it become part of your rhythm. Because sleep isn't a reward for being tired enough. It's a result of being safe enough. And when your body feels safe, it rests deeply. If this changed how you think about sleep, hit subscribe. I break down habits, science, and the small practices that make a massive difference in how you feel. And let me know in the comments, what's the one thing that keeps you awake at night?